Hi all, welcome to my channel. In this video, we can see important chapters in geotechnical engineering and important topic also from geotechnical engineering. So we all know that how important geotechnical engineering for all the examination. While gate examinations, you can expect this 14 to 15 marks from geotechnical engineering itself. Look, 14 to 15 mark from one subject. You can even expect 14 to 16 mark also. So this is regarding gate examination. So this is about 14 to 16% of the total marks you can get from this geotechnical engineering only. So, for example, if you just study this irrigation or engineering mechanics, you will get more or less 1 to 2 marks. Engineering mechanics, one question they will ask, so 1 to 2 marks only you will get. So just imagine this 14 to 16 marks. So don't leave this. And I have just divided this into different categories like A category, B category, C category, D category, E category on each chapters. Each chapters I have divided. So geotechnical is very, 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 very important subject. So don't skip it. Okay, so this category division is for understanding you, which is important, and for your understanding only, I have divided into various chapters regarding this rating. Like for this A category, you can find very important chapters. That is very important in the sense, very very important chapters you can find from this. Very important means this questions you can expect 100% in those chapters. Like you can expect at least 1 or 2 questions, maximum 4 to 5 questions you can expect from this chapter. So that is A category subjects, and B categories means this B category is also important. It is also very important, but it's more or like saying like A category, but you can expect -1. Like you can give that -1 rating. I have just divided. And talking about the C category, it is less important than B category, and D category is less important than C category. Talking about E category, it is least important. Okay, so I will just tell the chapters of each part which is important and which is not. In A category, you can find shallow foundation and bearing capacity. Shallow foundation and this bearing capacity. So this is very important, and from this shallow foundation and bearing capacity, you can, the important topics are, first you should study what is bearing capacity and terminologies. There are various terminologies relating to this bearing capacity, so study all those terminologies first. Next is Tersaghi's bearing capacity. It is very 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 important for all examination. So you should learn this assumptions also, you should learn formulas, everything you should learn with Tersaghi's bearing capacity theory. And next is Skempton's bearing capacity analysis, also very important. So these two topics are very important from these chapters, and important topic including water table correction factor, factor influencing bearing capacity, contact pressure, and settlement distribution curves. These are all very important. And other important topics include this SPT, standard penetration test, plate load test. So you can expect this theory as well as numerical. Both questions you can expect from these two tests, like SPT and that is standard penetration test and plate load test. Next and talking about which type of question you can express from this is, you can express both theory as well as numerical questions. That is theory as well as numerical questions you can expect from this chapter in all kind of examination. And next is another chapter is compressibility and consolidation. It is also very important. Compressibility and consolidation, this is also very important. I can give very importance to this unit. So the key or important concepts from these chapters like over consolidation ratio, void ratio, and that void ratio effective curve will be there now. Different graphs regarding that. You should learn that also. And compression index. Next to Tersaghi's theory of one-dimensional consolidation, you can expect both numericals as well as objective from this portion. And next, you can expect consolidation. Let's just go through that also. Next, the determination of this consolidation. Settlement computation is favorite for gate question paper. So you can expect this question from this part. So this is mainly you can expect numerical as well as object kind of examination, objective type of examination also you can expect. Next from this A category is origin of soil and soil properties. So don't give much importance to this origin of soil. It's not very important. You just understand what are there. But talking about the soil properties, it's very important. So this is heart of the soil mechanics. You should learn all the formulas related to that, and you should learn this determination of the soil properties. So you should learn this determination of the soil properties also. This is also very important regarding that. And in that chapter, the important topics includes, you should I think it's better to learn all the formulas first. Phase diagram is very important. So phase diagram is very important, and in that there are various formulas. There are special kind of formulas are also there, so learn that. Next, important definitions, relationship between them, for example void ratio, formulas like this. Okay, so you should sorry, eta minus 1 minus, I wrote it like this, and this formula is like heart of soil mechanics. You can see, you can find this everywhere, and many unit weight determination formulas are also there. Many formulas there, you should like learn, that's all. And other topics like methods to measure this water content and specific gravity, there are various methods, right? You should learn with formula. And grain size distribution, it's also important. Atomic limits. So in some books it come under this index properties of soil, grain size distribution, atomic limits, sensitivity, thixotropy. So they can ask questions from what is sensitivity, what is thixotropy, and they can differentiate. Next, activity, the relative density. So relative density, we can expect that two equations. One is A max minus E divided by E max minus E minimum. From that also you can expect questions. There is another formula like 1 by D max minus 1 by D divided by 1 by D max minus 1 by D minimum. So you can expect questions from both the parts. So don't skip it. Mostly you can expect this numerical related questions from this chapter. Okay, so don't objective also they can ask what is this atomic, from atomic limits you can expect various objectives. Next is under B category. I'll write this B category in red pen. Okay, so that you can understand it. So next is talking about this B category. There are four chapters includes in this B category: deep foundation, earth pressure and retaining wall, shear strength of soil, effective stress, capillarity, permeability. So these are this important. First we can learn what is in deep foundation. We can see what all are important. Okay, so in deep foundation, important topics includes classification of the piles, load test on piles, dynamic pile formula. So this dynamic pile formula is favorite for gate examination. So you can expect this question. Definitely you can expect. Next is static pile load formula, group action of the piles. All these are very important. Next, settlement of the pile group, negative skin friction. Very important. Settlement of pile group is very important. You can't even see one question without this topic in any examination. Negative skin friction very important, and under rimmed pile also very important for all the objective examination. So this is all about deep foundation. So next is earth pressure and this retaining wall. So talking about this chapter, it is more like calculation oriented part. You can expect calculation of this active pressure, passive pressure, comparison of this Ranki's theory, Coulomb's theory. Mainly you can expect this numerical questions. Mainly you can expect numerical question from this chapter, and you can expect some objectives also. You can expect objectives also from this chapter. So don't leave that. Okay. Next is shear strength of soil. Shear strength of soil. So shear strength of soil, important concept from this is that CUCD UU test, very important, very important. So you should find, or you should study what is difference and all. And next, Mohr circle, Mohr Coulomb failure criteria, and direct shear test, triaxial test, vein shear test, shear strength of sand. You should study that graphs from the shear strength of sand, stress path. Everything is important. You can expect numerical as well as theory. Okay, next is this is effective stress, capillarity, permeability. Okay, talking about this chapter is more little easy while comparing to this deep foundational pressure and retaining walls. So just understand the concept of this effective stress. What is effective stress, how to determine, and what will be the variation if there is water table, there is if there is capillarity. Find all these things. And important topics include started stress, pore water pressure and effective stress, capillarity in soil, permeability of soil and its measurement. So there are different methods for permeability determination, right? Just learn all these things also. Next, factors affecting permeability, very important. You can expect if many questions. You can expect many questions from this factors affecting permeability part. Just nothing. It's very easy. Just write that formula and you can find what all things are dependent, like effective size, minerals or organic soil. So you can very easy only. So don't skip that part. Very important. And next is permeability of stratified soil. Also very important. Next is seepage force. Permeability of stratified, in that portion there is vertical as well as horizontal, and just learn more on that perpendicular part. So if that flow is perpendicular to that flow, so what happens? So just learn more on that. Next is quicksand condition, seepage force. So these are all very important in this unit. Okay, so don't leave that also. In quicksand condition, I think for numerical part, just understand, okay, effective stress is 0. That's more than sufficient if you learn that. But I'm just saying, okay, next you can expect numerical as well as theory questions. So next is under another category, we can write it in blue pen. Okay, so this is C category. Under C category, soil compaction and seepage through soil. So you can find questions from these two chapters of talking about this soil compaction. So from the soil compaction, you can expect numerical as well as theory. So what is the difference between compaction, consolidation, and what is this Proctor test? Factors affecting compaction on this dry and wet dry soil, and what is for this optimum condition also, and compaction equipment related compaction. You just study all these things. That's more than sufficient in this. And next is seepage. So seepage, from the seepage, the important concepts includes Laplace equation, flow net. Flow net is very important in this study. What is flow net, and flow net equipotential, flow field, flow channel. So there are many, very easy only. Next is uplift pressure, X gradient, pore water pressure. Next is piping phenomena. There is two types of piping in and out. Study the piping out only. And unconfined flow. Unconfined flow very important. Don't just skip that. Next is seepage in anisotropic soil, protective filter criteria, and mainly you can expect numerical from this. You can expect numerical. So that's all about this category, C category. Next is D category that we can write in this pen. Okay, so D category, you can find this classification of soil, and this is one chapter: vertical stress, stability of the slope, soil exploration, stability of the soil exploration. So you can, when talking about this classification of soil, there is nothing more to study on this classification of soil. Just study IS classification more. That is sufficient from this chapter. And classification based on group index also important, and unified soil classification system. So that's all from this classification of soil part. And from this vertical stress part, just formula based chapter. You just study the different formulas from this chapter. That's more than sufficient. And from vertical stress, just study that Bose-Ignace equation, line load of uniform circular area, strip load, rectangular area, and Newmark's influence charge. What Westergaard's equation, how you pronounce, I don't know. So Westergaard's equation is, and Newmark influence charge is very important. Mainly numerical you can expect from those basic formulas. That's all. And soil exploration. Talking about soil exploration, different methods of that boring, different soil samples, and you can expect numericals from this area ratio part. And inside clearance, outside clearance. Outside clearance is very, very important for all the objective examination. And different soil samplers, dynamic cone penetration test. Next is seismic refraction method, electric resistivity method. So just write what is important in the seismic refraction method and electric resistivity method. It is very important. So mainly you can expect theoretical as well as numerical question. And next is last category, least important category. So it is least important. So I think my handwriting is like this. I really don't know. You can just skip also without studying this chapter. Nothing is going to happen. So clay, minerals, and this soil structure. Next is expansive soil. So this is not at all important. So these two chapters now you can just skip also, not important. Just study last. If you have completed all subjects, just go through this two part. From clay structures, we can just study difference of that kaolinite, light, montomerlinite mineral, and structure of this clay minerals. You just study dispersed and flocculated structure, clay water relations. So objective questions can be asked from these questions. And expansive soils, just study the table of that different free swell test table. That's all. Theoretical question only you can expect from this chapter. So my advice is first study this A category subjects, next on this B category subject, next on the C category subject. Don't forget to study these three chapters. You should be covered with 100% of knowledge. So remaining you can skip also. If you want, you can skip, not at all a problem. That last category subjects you can skip, not at all a problem. So just study smartly, not hard work. Smart work is more important. So all the best for your examinations, all the best for the examination which you have to write. Thank you.